做起来就已经赢了，你知道为什么吗？
为什么？
因为全华语区还没有任何一个 YouTuber 是访问过 Pangina 的。
真的吗？
因为
The only way for you to be who you are is to be successful at being who you are。
先哭一下，
哭屁股，下次你帮我光挡住了，不好意思，谢谢。
Hello， 欢迎回来，我是游泰人克里斯 ，Have a good time。克里斯现在呢人正在西门的河岸留言，我要呢来拍泰国最有名的变装皇后 Pangina Hills 的表演，真的是觉得我自己很厉害。既然有胆来做这一集，要是这一集呢有顺利的剪出来的话呢，我要给自己放个长假，大概1个月不要出片了吧。现在是游行的晚上，你看到现在的排队队伍呢超夸张，这个是人山人海。那就现在就跟克里斯一起去看吧，走。
我只能说你真的是，因为你那时候跟我讲说你要访问他的时候，我想说哦，你要访问他，你确定？可是我不是觉得你没办法访问他，是我觉得Pangina这个人感觉要透过层层关卡才可以联络到。
我也不知道怎么样，我是为了你耶，然后死定了。
为什么？
因为我们上次专访的时候就跟我说你的偶像是他，所以我就为了圆梦，所以还
哇，谁是原来是为了我啊？
我其实觉得好像可以挑战一下这样。
那我觉得你如果做成功会很厉害。
那如果没有成功呢？
会啦 ，OK 的。
好啦，我努力啦，好不好？对，我们就尽量，好不好？我们就尽量。
可以。
我们现在第一关怎么办？我会泰文嘛？
对。
你会英文嘛？那Pangina会？
都会啊。
哦，
都会啊，不然呢？
好，那我们现在怎么做？就是刚讲泰文，然后翻译中文给你听，
对，
然后你刚才讲英文，然后就讲中文给你听。
对，我们就很像什么 WHO 高峰会一样。
我们现在该怎么做？
我觉得我们要先列出到底要问他什么，就是对于他这个皇后的想象是什么。
80万跟踪，
有吓到吗？
有吓到，而且我觉得他蛮帅的。
他男装真的很帅，男装女装都很帅。
对，
所以你就是觉得他应该是你目前此时认识到的皇后最都是最高的，
就是除了你之外最高的。
真的吗？看到是80万跟3万，我大概差了77万，谢谢。
很快啊，
有希望哦。
好，那我们就是先列下来，对不对？
我们就先列出他的那个，我们对他所有的问题。
好，备起。我已经尽力了。
我觉得我们是做好万全的准备了，万全。这一集就是可以报那个走中奖，
这个我不会解释。
这一集就是会很厉害啦，
是吗？
这一集真的会很厉害。
好啦，如果真的有拍成的话，你们真的要认真看。
我只能说这一集你访问完，下一集就是访问张惠妹。我觉得你光是还没有做起来就已经赢了，你知道为什么吗？
为什么？
因为全华语区还没有任何一个 YouTuber 是访问过Pangina。
真的吗？
因为大部分都是泰国或是国外嘛，是欧美嘛，但是华语，新加坡、马来西亚、台湾，然后中国、香港，你知道。任何会讲华语的国家，你是第一个。
大家都谢谢你做的灵感。
没有啦，我跟你讲，这个也算是我圆梦，因为我自己本人也对他有很多
真的哦。
就是我也很喜欢。
那我们就那天见喽。
好，我们就那天见。
好烦啊！
加油啦！
我跟你讲，他等下就要来了，我好紧张哦。
我其实是已经算了，就让他去吧。
我希望这一集呢，我的泰文老师不要看到，拜托。
为什么？
我怕他不承认我是他学生。
你即将要随便乱讲，可是这应该是你人生第一次里程碑用泰文主持节目。
对，我真的好紧张。
救命啊！你今天访完了，我跟你讲，人生 level up，
以后就装不认识我了，丢进皇后的脸。
我觉得会很厉害的，真的。
哎，太阳来了，好，我们开始吧。
OK。
Hello， 欢迎回来我的频道，游泰人克里斯 ft.。我们今天呢很高兴呢，请到泰国最有名的变装皇后 Pangina Hills， 耶！P Bangkok， 他泰港坤台湾代买卡。
你好，我的名字是潘琼，我的 drag queen name 是 Pangina Hills. I am half Taiwanese. I'm also the first Thai girl to be on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm here for Pride. So happy Pride, and I love Taiwan. You know, my mom's Taiwanese, so the best food ever. And the men are so cute, and here gay marriage is legal. So I love everything about that, bitch.
不金带咯，
可以一点点啊，我听得懂 but I can't really speak that much. Like my Chinese is not that great.
不金谈我代买卡。
No, I don't think I can. No, that'd be very difficult. Like, you know, like it's like every other word for me. Like I know if someone's talking shit about me, but I can't like convey emotions. I'll be like, "Gani," you know, that's all I can say.
มันกะอีโดใช่ไหม
ใช่แบบอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
ฉันได้ดูการแสดงของพี่น่าตื่นเต้นมาก
ขอบคุณค่ะสนุกมาก
ฉันชอบโดยเฉพาะเป็นผีมันผีจริงเลย
แรงมากเดี๋ยวตกนะเพราะว่าแบบปันชอบแบบเวลาแสดงเป็นอินเนอร์เป็นคาแรคเตอร์ไหนอะไรอย่างเงี้ยก็อยากจะเป็นอันนั้นเพราะแบบชอบโยลันดา and I'm like inspired by Yolanda because most of the time she looks like a ghost. So from my show I wanted to do a ghost to make her happy too, you know.
ฉันอยากถามว่าตรงแรกพี่เป็นแดนเซอร์ใช่ไหมคะ
ใช่ค่ะ
แล้วก็เต้นเก่งแล้วก็ทำไมตอนนี้ถึง drag queen ได้
คือปันเป็นแดนเซอร์มาก่อน like after I went to college I learned how to be a dancer, a hip hop dancer, HHI. Yeah, I was in one of the team, D-Maniac team. The first team to ever represented Thailand for HHI, which is like Hip Hop Olympics ครับ เพราะฉะนั้นปันก็คือได้ไปแข่งเต้นมาก่อนแล้วปันก็แบบค้นพบแบ็กกิ้งปันก็แบบรู้สึกคือปันเป็นคนชอบดูโชว์อยู่แล้ว I love watching, you know, drag performers and queens perform and I've always thought that dance and drag there are many things that overlap with each other. If แบบ there's so many qualities that you can use as a dancer to become a drag queen แบบหลายๆอย่างที่แบบเป็น drag queen เนี่ยเอา quality ของการเป็นแดนเซอร์มาใช้ได้แล้วปันก็เลยรู้สึกว่าฉันเป็นแดนเซอร์อยู่แล้วทำไมในการที่เป็น drag queen เอานั้นมาใช้ไม่ได้แล้วก็เลยแบบรู้สึกว่าแบบเอามารวมกันแล้วหลังจากนั้นก็คือแบบ I've never stopped because every day is like Halloween
it's like a drag spirit
that's why every single year แบบทุกๆปี Halloween ปันไม่เคยแต่งไปเลยเพราะปันรู้สึกว่า I already do it every day what are you gonna be I just wanna be myself bitch
เปลือกใช่ไหม
แบบทุกวันปันได้แต่งปันมีความสุขมากแต่ปันรู้สึกแบบ Halloween แบบขอกูพักบ้างวันหนึ่ง
You know, you are such a big inspiration for Taiwanese, for our drag culture.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because we are all House of Mesua, and we were all dance wagging.
I love it.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing dancers. Yeah.
Thank you. So you're kind of like an inspiration for us. So I want to ask, what influence and connections did wagging have on the drag performances?
So much. Like, I think you all know that I'm so inspired by so many OG whackers, whether they're Tyrone Proctor, whether they're, Dallas, whether they're Victor Manuel, whether it's Kumari Suraj, but most importantly, like, I am Lockaroo's baby, Princess Lockaroo. And basically, not only was she one of the first teachers in the world to taught me to love myself and to be myself and was like, you know what, you're a fabulous gay man. She was one of the first people who put my face in drag as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, she was. She put makeup on me and we just went out dancing together, just the two of us on like a Tuesday night in Bangkok. And so I fell in love with not just the dance itself, but the idea that if you find the kind of thing that you're passionate about and you find the person who is such an amazing teacher and an inspiring role model, you get to do what you love and nothing can beat that feeling that you're born onto this earth and you're happy with what you're doing. Like, that's priceless,
When I dance wagging, I feel the same way.
You feel free.
Yeah, I feel free
too. Yeah.
It's all the emotions and every pose.
With the chest, you're opening yourself to the world.
Yeah.
โยเลนดาเคยบอกว่าได้รับแรงบันดาลใจของพี่ลึกมากแล้วก็พี่บันคิดว่าการแสดงของโยเลนดาเป็นยังไงบ้าง
ปันคิดว่าโยลันดาเป็น performer ที่เก่งมากๆคนหนึ่งแบบ very powerful แล้วแบบเป็นคนที่เอาคนอยู่แล้วเวลาเขาแสดงอ่ะเขามีเป็น production ปันคิดว่า she's an artist because แบบหลายๆครั้งเวลาคนแสดงเนี่ยเขาอาจจะรู้สึกว่าแบบมาคนเดียวซึ่งส่วนมากมันก็โอเคแล้วแต่คนนี้เขาจะดูเรื่องไฟเขาจะดูเรื่องแดนเซอร์เขาจะดูเรื่องว่าแบบทุกอย่างมันเป็นยังไง and that's an artist that's not just a performer that's something bigger she looks at all the details แล้วปันชอบตรงนี้นะ I was like oh I get you I know what you're doing like ทำไมตรงนี้ไฟต้องลงตรงนี้ทำไมตรงนี้แดนเซอร์ต้องหันตรงนี้เพราะฉะนั้นปัน I think แบบ very high attention to detail and she's alwaysไม่อยู่ในที่เดิม she's not always staying out of the box like I could be like this time she's doing a different performance I'm like oh this is new oh this is different and every single time I see her she's doing something better so I'm like yeah bitch you're good you're very good
เขาให้ทุกสิ่งละเอียด
ใช่ like you can tell she's not doing it just for the money she does it because she loves it it's true like you can tell when บางคนเวลาแสดง was like okay แบบอีก5นาทีเดี๋ยวเพลงก็จบแล้ว but no I think with her เวลาเขาแสดงอะค่ะเรารู้เลยว่า there's love behind it แบบเขารักสิ่งที่เขาทำ yeah and she cares yeah
可以哭了
好辛苦这样 sorry
don't cry bitch you're fine
那你有没有什么话想要跟他说
Well I remember this year February you went to the Red House before right and you told to me something I remember that and because that time it's kind of tough in my drag life because it was like I wanna earn money from drag but at the same time because of the budget issue I can't maybe let me do what I really wanna do
right
so after you talk to me I realized I need to find another job to support my drag and then I can do more and more so thank you for all of the
I'm very happy I am very happy that we had that talk I think like when I see performers I see not just who they are but sometimes I see their soul and I think most of the drag performers that perform that come into my life I know it's very difficult to make money and to try to survive with doing what you love and that's why I always encourage when people come to the shows to support the girls because the outfit is not cheap
it's not
the
cheap.
dance practice is not cheap it doesn't take a lot for you to think, okay, if you go to a bar, you know, in America and other countries, you give 10% service charge. Sometimes if it's not part of the culture, the drag queens don't get tipped. What? And there's many cultures. There's a certain places that it's not a big thing, which is fine. You know, if you get paid more, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, if you can support the girls, tip the girls, because it will matter to them. Yeah.
Does Pangina represent yourself, or are you playing another role?
Oh, you mean when I'm in drag, am I somebody else? No.
No.
No, absolutely not. I think there's certain drag queens who, when they become a drag queen, their voice becomes higher, or like it's an act or something, but which is fine, which is completely fine, because a lot of us, we play a character, right? But for me, I think if you see on the television, whether it's UK versus World Drag Race Thailand, I'm always that person. I'm always loud, I'm always crazy, and I think with me in drag, my voice becomes a little bit higher, and I'm more very like, there's mannerisms, but like, it's still me. It's still me.
It's part of you.
It's part of me, it's who I am. I'm always loud, I'm always crazy, and I think drag is just who I am, you know, but it's just a different side of me. You know, like a lot of people, when they think that you put on makeup, you change everything about you. And for some people that might be true, but for me it's not, you know. Like you see me right now, and when you see me in drag, there's not, the personality is still the same. It's not like I'm that different, right? I want to ask you.
But I can see you are very confident about your every angle of your soul.
Yeah, I think it took a very long time for me to be confident, you know, like I wasn't a confident person แบบตอนเด็กๆปันก็แบบน้ำหนักเยอะมากแล้วก็ปันก็คือแบบไม่มีเพื่อน I didn't have any friends, so for me it was a very long journey, and I think if you're watching this ให้กับคนที่ดูอยู่อะค่ะ I hope you understand that life is a journey of us getting through our pain and getting over things, and it's not going to ever stop. But as long as you have people who love you, and the most important thing is as long as you love yourself, I think people will see, once you get through anything, you become a very confident person. Yeah.
So what does drag mean to you? What do you want to say to everyone through drag?
Drag is art. Drag in its expression. It's ความคิดสร้างสรรค์ Drag is มันคือวิธีการบอกโลกว่าเราคือใครแล้วมันคือการ for a lot of us it's passion มันคือสิ่งที่แบบเราเกิดมาเพื่ออยากทำ because when you do drag and you know you've just did that amazing performance or you've touched someone's lives in some small way, you feel like, oh my god, I feel kind of good about myself in a good way. And then when someone is like, that was so entertaining, you're like, I'm giving happiness to other people. And I feel like that's so important, because it's not easy being happy.
Yeah, it's not easy being happy.
It's not.
Life is tough.
Life is not easy, but I think for a lot of performers, when you're performing and you make other people happy, I think that's kindness. And it goes both ways. แบบสมมติคนดูมาดูแล้วคนดูบอกเราว่าแบบวันนี้เธอแสดงดีมาก Sometimes when I'm having a bad day แบบว่าวันไหนปันรู้สึกไม่ดีอะแล้วเขามาบอกปันอย่างนั้นปันรู้สึก I'm now feeling better. So it's always a two-way street.
ให้กำลังใจ
ใช่ให้กำลังใจอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับ
แล้วก็ฉันอยากรู้ว่านอกจากแต่ง drag queen ปกติพี่ปันชอบทำอะไรอีก
ปันเป็นเจ้าของบาร์ House of Heels ครับที่กรุงเทพในโรงแรม Renaissance นอกจากทำงาน drag เนี่ยปันก็มีธุรกิจอย่างอื่นด้วย so I'm like a business person even though you แบบ in creative field like you're in the arts you should always have a business mind คือสมองคนต้องมี business ด้วยแล้วแบบ I've always applied that because แม่ผมที่เป็นคนไต้หวันเขาเป็นนักธุรกิจมาตลอด and ตอนแรกเขาไม่ชอบที่ปันเป็น drag queen เพราะเขารู้สึกว่า never gonna make money ไม่มีทางทำเงินได้ใช่ so ปันก็จะมี mentality ของแม่ที่ว่าแบบเราสามารถทำสิ่งที่เรารักยังไงและสามารถทำเงินได้ because a lot of people make money but they're not happy.
Yeah, they're not happy.
They're not happy. Bitch, I might not be the richest person in the world, but I know I'm happier than a lot of people, and sometimes that's being rich in life.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that, bitch. I am okay as long as one day if I can bury myself, I am comfortable, I am not in debt. I'll be fine, bitch. Because you know what, this life is so short, and if you can say that you've led a very rich, happy life, that's so much better than for me to say like, I've made $5 million and I'm not happy. That would be really sad for me.
เห็นด้วยแล้วก็เวลาพี่ปันแต่งชายกับแต่งหญิงครับบุคลิกแตกต่างไหมครับ
บุคลิกปันว่าไม่ได้แตกต่างมากขนาดนั้นเพราะว่าปันรู้สึกว่าปันเป็นคนที่มั่นใจอยู่แล้วแล้วก็เสียงดังอะไรอย่างนี้อยู่แล้วแต่ว่า เวลาแต่งหญิงกิริยาอะไรปันก็จะมีความเป็นผู้หญิงมากขึ้นแต่ว่าถ้าเกิดเรื่องวิธีการพูดนิสัยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยปันรู้สึกว่าปันไม่ได้แตกต่างมากขนาดนั้นเพราะว่าเขาบอกว่าปันเป็นคนมีความมั่นใจสูงอยู่แล้วใช่ครับ
ฉันกับอยู่ด้านหน้าต้องเรียนจากพี่บันเพราะว่าพ่อเราสองคนอ่ะบางครั้งก็ไม่ค่อยมั่นใจของตัวเอง
Well how old are you 40 You look so young
Right
You look like a baby Oh my god you look like an infant
ไม่ใช่ฉันเป็นผู้สูงอายุ
ไอ้เกียรติมากผู้สูงอายุ
จริงไม่ได้พูดเลย
ไม่แต่ปันคิดว่าแบบเราทุกคนในชีวิตนี้ไม่ว่าเราอยู่จุดไหนในเรื่องความมั่นใจแต่ละคนต้องรู้เลยว่า it's never ending it's a roller coaster อาทิตย์นี้อาจจะรู้สึกดีแต่อาทิตย์ต่อไปอาจจะรู้สึกว่า oh I feel like shit but it's always gonna go up the roller coaster sometimes goes down but for me it's always gonna go up you can only have that dip but then you go back up again
last year I was going to Thailand and it was my very first time to Thailand to Bangkok and it's really special for me because in Taiwan the drag scene here is not really big but in Thailand in House of Heels or even you go to the 那个 Silom
Soy 2 Silom Soy 4 Pathum
drag everywhere like everywhere and
big trans girl big showgirl scene yes
And I want to know why. What's the reason? Why this happening in Thailand?
I think it's happening in Thailand because we primarily have a big culture of cabaret shows. Showgirls. So if you come to Thailand, a lot of tourists comes to watch the cabaret shows. Which means like you go and see, this transformation, this huge show. And we have a lot of Chinese tourists, a lot of Indian tourists, a lot of American tourists, and people come. And this show also has a pageant called the Miss Tiffany.
Miss Tiffany,
Miss Tiffany. So famous, right? And basically what happens is that causes a lot of people in our country to view trans women as the second type of woman, which is what we call in Thai สาวประเภทสอง which allows a lot of people to accept and embrace trans women in Thailand. Also, we are like the plastic surgery capital of the world. So it helps, right? A lot of people come to get plastic surgery in Thailand. So there's many different aspects. Not every, trans person needs plastic surgery, but I'm saying that because there's so many people come to do it here. And with the culture itself, there's a lot of drag because people understand it. People get it. And it makes money. And also lots of winners from the Miss Tiffany pageant becomes very successful. So a lot of people who either want to compete in that pageant now understand that there is a way to be successful through that path.
So one thing I feel very comfortable is when I walk on the street of Thailand, I feel very comfortable. Very comfortable. If I wearing like this in Taiwan, like old people always looking at you and like, who are you? Why are you looking? Well, why? Am I too beautiful for you? But in Thailand, I feel so comfortable.
Yeah, in Thailand we have so many kathoy and we have so many gay. We have so many different types of people, and I think Thailand is a very accepting แบบยอมรับคนได้มากเราแบบเพราะฉะนั้นปันรู้สึกว่าแบบ anyone who comes to Thailand most of the time you feel safe for sure
หน้าตาของเขาที่ไทยถึงว่ายังไงปกติใช่ไหม
ก็สวยทำไมWhat do you call her? What does she look like in Thailand? I'm like, she's pretty. What do you want?
Go away.
Tell me.
There are so many excellent performers in Thailand, but how can one stick out from the crowd and excel?
Be different, right?
Yeah.
I think every drag queen is like a diamond, and the more you try to be with like someone else, the less you shine.
Yeah.
The only way for you to be who you are is to be successful at being who you are, which means that if you fake or you try to be someone else, you're gonna be dark. You're not gonna shine. It's good to have inspiration, but you have to find who you are once you have that inspiration. Because if you're gonna copy Alyssa Edwards, if you're gonna copy Bianca Del Rio, and we already have Alyssa Edwards and Bianca Del Rio, or RuPaul, then what's the point? What can you offer to the world? What is your perspective? For example, for you, you're Taiwanese. There's not many queens who have the way you see things and the way you can translate it into art. That should be your strong point. So the queen should ask themselves, how is their perspective important? How is their art important? And what story are they telling about themselves?
So from your perspective, what are the differences between the performance style of Thai performer and the Europe and America performer?
Honestly, number one, music. If you're inspired by certain type of music, there's very different comparisons. Thai people, also Americans as well, we're very rooted in culture. คนไทย สบาย ชดา เพลง ท่า Americans, similar, you know. So drag queens, we're all, the way we perform, we want to showcase our culture, which is a part of who we are. That's number one big difference. Number two, Thai performers, American performers, I honestly think that drag, besides from music, influence in fashion, it's how they tell the story. So I can, every single place I go, I can see how they tell the story. I just went to Brazil and I was like, I love the drag in Brazil. It's so good. And even the drag here in Taiwan, I'm like, they're telling a story, their own story, their version of the story. You know, like how there's like lots of Chinese songs, but I can understand what you're saying when you perform.
The energy,
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing because it's a universal language.
Yes.
I just went to judge for the Philippines and I didn't understand every word, but I understood what the meaning was. Yeah.
ฉันสังเกตว่าในการแข่งขันรูปโพลมีการเปลี่ยนตัวหลายลุค
ค่ะ
แล้วก็ฉันอยากรู้ว่าพี่ป้านมีแรงบันดาลใจมาจากไหน
เวลาไปแข่งอะค่ะเขาจะให้โจทย์มาคิดยังไงนอกกรอบ How do you think outside the box
อ๋อ
ใช่สมมติธีมคือแก้ว You think of glass as a drinking glass
ใช่
How many ways can you think because if there's 10 drag queens and you get the theme is glass ทุกคนก็ต้องใส่ชุดแบบใส
ใช่
ๆ Everyone's gonna think similar How can you make it so crazy and so weird that people are like that is the best one เพราะว่าสำหรับปันอะ drag conceptual It's how you use your mind It's 50 like a lot of it is performance แต่ว่าบางครั้งถ้าพูดถึงชุด what you wear if you're smart that goes very long that goes a long way It's very important that you think about every detail คือคิดหัวจนเท้าว่าใส่อะไรบ้างมันสำคัญมากค่ะใช่เพราะฉะนั้นลุคแต่ละลุคที่แตกต่างเนี่ยคือปันได้ทำงานกับดีไซเนอร์เก่งๆจากเมืองไทยหลายคนมากใช่แล้วแบบคนที่ทำให้ชุดออกมาเก๋แบบสุดๆคือพี่อาร์ตอารยา You know the co-host for Drag Race Thailand the way her mind thinks I want to marry her mind because I've never seen anyone with a better fashion sense in my entire life and she would look at this and she would be like understand how to make an outfit not only look different but no one would wear it the way you do
Oh my God.
and that's the most interesting thing you know
How do you change your brain like that?
It takes a long time
Right,
It takes a long I think I only learned about fashion through her คราวก่อนปันก็ไม่ได้เก่งเรื่องแฟชั่นเลยแต่ว่าพอปันมาอยู่กับเขาปันมาซึมซับเขา I was like a sponge In order to learn anything you have to be willing to learn ก่อนที่จะเรียนรู้อะไรทั้งนั้นต้องพร้อมที่จะเรียนรู้แล้วพอปันอยู่กับพี่อาร์ตอะ I was like I know nothing I want to learn from you I will be your student and มันสำคัญมากถ้าเกิด you want to go somewhere in life อยากจะไปที่ไหนในชีวิตอะค่ะคุณต้องพร้อมที่จะลดอีโก้ cut your ego don't think you're the shit because if you think you're the shit stay at home You won't learn anything what's the point when you leave the house you can be confident but know that you can learn from other people เท่านั้นเองค่ะใช่
แล้วก็เสื้อผ้าละเอียดมากสวยงามมาก
ขอบคุณครับ
แล้วก็คุณทางเองหรือมีที่มันช่วย
ปันทำงานกับดีไซเนอร์แบบเก่งๆแบบเยอะมากทูบแกลเลอรี่นรงค์ผักกาดtheater Saran yeah these are all the names of the designers that I worked with in Thailand all the best It's like Miss Universe so when they know that I was the first Thai person on RuPaul everyone's like we're gonna help you and it was so amazing like I felt so happy because ปันรู้สึกภูมิใจเวลาใส่เสื้อผ้า Thai designer on my body you know it just feels right And it feels like I am proud not only to wear my culture, but it's also I feel like the world gets to see the work. ใช่
หลังจากผ่านการแข่งขันรูปโพลพี่บังคิดว่าได้เรียนรู้อะไรที่มีค่าที่สุด
ปันว่าปันเรียนรู้ว่าบางครั้งถึงว่าไม่ได้มงกุฎปันก็ยังรู้สึกว่าปันเป็นผู้ชนะได้
เห็นด้วย
ขอบคุณค่ะ because my career is amazing I get to travel the world and there'll be lots of things that's announcing you know pretty soon and I don't have that crown on my head and basically one day I want that crown right but it just tells people that every season ผู้เข้าแข่งขัน10 คน or 15 คน there can be more than one star on the show. The one who won, everyone thinks is a star, which is true. But look at Nikki Doll, look at Vanjie. There's so many stars that don't have a crown. And I know I'm that person too. And it's okay. And so don't think that just because you don't have that thing doesn't mean you're not validated. Yeah.
เข้าใจขอบคุณครับ
So from the beginning of your career to now, how has your drag changed and evolved?
So much.
much.
You know.
Yes, I know. Yeah, actually, I know.
I think before my drag, as you can see, is more camp. You know, more camp, more crazy.
More crazy, yeah.
And now I think it's more polished. But I still am, with how crazy I am, there would be moments. But like, I know when to put myself in different shoes.
Oh yeah, that's really important.
Like, if I'm a judge, I'm more poised, more graceful. I tend to speak with giving people knowledge. When I'm performing, it depends what character I'm doing. But before, I'm more camp, I'm more crazy, you know? I think that's how my drag changed. And I think it's how we all are with life. So how do you think my drag changed? How about this? You've seen me over the years.
Okay, actually I feel the same way, but I think you still keep your crazy, even you are polished now, but when you are performing, I can still see your crazy, I mean very bold, very creative, extreme crazy. I think it's more different than the past time, than the February, just like health year, you are like different again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Vegas really helped. เขาไปแสดงที่ Vegas 3 เดือน So I performed at Vegas at Drag Race Live and I was like one of the few first international queens to do Drag Race Live, performing with Kennedy Davenport, Derek Barry, Coco Montrese, oh my god, Bosco, Latrice Royale, Lawrence Chaney, Nikki Doll. I'm performing with, you know, the best of the best, right? And so I get to learn about myself. And so I know what I like, and now like I had to do it every single day. So now I kind of like, I feel like I'm growing up as a performer too.
That's the one thing I learned from you. It's really, really meaningful to me because I think you know if I'm an audience, I want to see something from you, and you know what they want.
You know who taught me that? Lockaroo.
Lockaroo, yeah.
Princess Lockaroo. What do you think the audience wants to see?
Because they want to be entertainment.
Right, they want to be entertained. Entertainment doesn't mean that you have to come up on the stage and kill yourself. In terms of just like hurting yourself. You don't need to do that. While it's very cool and some people are very good at doing tricks and flips and falling down from the stairs and everything, but Sasha Colby can stand and perform and command the room and make you feel like you want to cry, you want to laugh, you want to hug yourself. So there's so many different types of performances, that's not just one type. That's basically what I want to say.
这题我觉得你们可以听一下。She's my daughter, she's my sister, and they want to know the question, the answer from you. For you, what qualities does a qualified queen need to possess?
For what? For RuPaul's Drag Race?
No, for like professional stage. Like well, like every stage is professional.
Thank you.
Okay, for RuPaul Drag Race, for the like international
it's
queen.
So different. It's very different. I think if you're gonna go on to compete, if you want to compete for RuPaul's Drag Race, you need to be very well-rounded, and you have to get rid of your weakness. Get rid of your weakness. If you know you can't sew, you gotta learn how to sew. You gotta fucking learn how to sew, number one. So if I know that my weakness was sewing, I need to learn. If I know that my weakness is runway, I need to learn how to walk. So list every single thing you're good at. List everything you know you're not good at. Make sure the thing on this side comes to this side, and you'll be ready. Because not everyone's perfect, but how do you hide that? And just stay true to yourself through that competition. Because even for me, I get lost sometimes. When you're stressed, when there's so many amazing, talented queens, maybe I should be more like them. Maybe I want to be like that. No, be you. You're enough. You are enough. That's how I felt. Went into the competition. I was like, I'll probably go home like the second week or whatever. When I got in, first week I won. Second week I was in the top as well. And then the third week I won again. So I underestimated myself. And I don't want other people to go into the competition thinking they're not good enough. when you know that you're just good enough yeah
ถ้าใครอยากเป็นลูกสาวของคุณ
ค่ะ
ต้องเตรียมตัวยังไงบ้าง
ปันว่าปันไม่รับลูกสาว
ไม่รับลูกสาว
ไม่รับ because I want everyone to be successful with their own name yeah
ฉันได้ยินว่าแม่คุณเป็นคนไต้หวัน
ครับผม
แล้วก็พี่ปันคิดว่าไต้หวันเป็นยังไงบ้าง
ไต้หวันที่ปันแบบรักมากไม่ว่าจะเป็นแบบเรื่องอาหารไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องคนแบบปันมาทุกปีละครั้งแล้วก็ครอบครัวปันแบบ我的奶奶我的爷爷我的阿姨 all Taiwanese right so เราแบบพูดภาษาจีนกันแบบ I honestly don't like besides from Thai food Taiwanese is one of the best places that has the best food like I'm serious but people are really friendly just the fact that y'all แบบเกย์แต่งงานได้ I feel so envious because Thailand we still can't do that เมืองไทยยังไม่สามารถทำได้แล้วปันรู้สึกว่ามันไม่แบบ so unfair and doesn't fucking make sense I love Taiwan I've always wanted I always saying the best things and y'all are so polite and so kind and it's one of my so clean and it's like one of my favorite places. Bitch, have you seen the public transportation in Taiwan? It is so clean. It's cleaner than my bedroom. Like it's so clean. The MRT, so clean. I was like, I've never seen a public transportation this clean ever.
แต่ว่าแอร์ไม่หนาว
แอร์ไม่หนาวคือแบบ it's ridiculous. Yeah, I love so many things about Taiwan.
แล้วผู้ชายหล่อไหม
แล้วแต่คนหาให้หน่อยสิ
ที่ไต้หวัน drag queen หาเป็นยาก
ทุกที่ค่ะ
ทุกที่ใช่ไหม
Every drag queen in the world it's hard to date I mean it's hard to date as anybody ถูกไหม
แต่ว่าไม่ใช่แค่หาเป็นนะนักเย็บก็ยากไม่เชื่อก็ทำ Marian สิยากมาก
everywhere
ที่เมืองไทยก็เหมือนกันใช่ไหม
I think sometime okay good for you bitch sometimes people say that it's so hard finding love as an LGBTQI person no it's hard to find love in general no matter who you are it's difficult because if you have to find somebody in order for you to let your walls down that's step one and most people won't even do that you know that's very hard so I'm saying it's hard for drag queen yes because for some people they're just not accepting enough to understand that this is a part of who we are มันเป็นแค่ส่วนหนึ่ง you know what bitch if you cannot accept us for what we love doing for what makes us money and what we're passionate about you do not deserve to sleep with us and we don't want to sleep with you so fuck you go home I don't give a shit because I know other more attractive people will sleep with me and will have a better time and will accept me for who I am
good
that part no it's true fuck that I'd rather choose drag instead of dick
แล้วก็พี่แบงค์คิดว่าบรรยากาศของ drag queen ที่ไต้หวันกับประเทศอื่นๆเปลี่ยนต่างยังไงบ้าง
ไม่ปะรู้สึกว่าตอนนี้ drag scene ในไต้หวันนะ very bustling very upcoming very so many talented queens so many mix of local queens กับ international queens who live here แบบมาอยู่ที่นี่แล้ว so it causes there to be a synergy แบบ energy มันเปลี่ยนไป like เข้าก่อนปะรู้สึกว่า you know there were more focus on songs that is only in Chinese and now there's a mix which is similar in Thailand too เหมือนกับเมืองไทยมันเป็นการผสม of culture so แบบปันเห็นควีนของไต้หวันนะครับ over short time แบบในช่วงเวลาสั้นๆนะคือแบบพุ่มอย่างนี้เลยเยอะขึ้นเก่งขึ้น
ใช่ดีเนาะ
ดีครับ
เพราะว่าทุกคนทำแบบนี้อย่างทุ่มเท
ใช่ค่ะแต่ว่าอย่างหนึ่งที่อยากจะพูดเลยตรงนี้ drag queen ประเทศที่รู้จัก wacking แบบลึกซึ้งจริงๆอ่ะบอกเลยว่าหนึ่งในประเทศที่ drag queen เก่งที่สุดที่รู้จัก wacking คือไต้หวัน
จริงเหรอ
Yes like they really know how to whack not just this like they really understand the culture they really go learn it's not this like they really understand it you know it's true like so many Taiwanese queens like they go take classes they go fly around they go compete and also voguing as well when I begin my career as a dancer I came to take whacking and voguing in Taiwan
in Taiwan
yeah Chrissy and then what's her name the voguing Akuma Diva but also Karen voguing what's her name Sharon Ninja yep so I love my Taiwanese teachers yeah
For you, what was the most difficult and rewarding part of establish the House of Heels, and why was it established?
Most rewarding?
Yeah.
When people come and they forget about their problems. Sometimes when a person comes and they break up with their boyfriend or whatever, they come watch a show, they're like, I'm so happy right now, thank you for making me forget.
Yeah.
That's the most rewarding. Or when I look around, people are smiling.
Yeah.
Best feeling in the
smiling,
fucking
yeah.
world.
Really,
Best
really.
feeling in the world. Most challenging is COVID.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You can't run a business that's nightlife when people can't go out. And we opened during COVID.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
During COVID.
We opened during COVID. And now it's been 3 years and I'm very grateful. I want to say thank you to everyone who come, and it just means so much to me, you know?
Yeah. Last year I went to House of Heels and got a chance to perform on the stage, which I'm really grateful. And I feel that it's different atmosphere.
How so?
It's like every queens, they support each other.
Yes, they do.
They stick together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cared about every audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
You know, it's very touching for me. Yeah.
I think that's how the world should be.
Yeah.
I want to create a home. And like every single time a queen comes, they say they enjoy it so much, they don't feel like people are like mean to them.
Yes.
Like, why do we have to be mean? We can all be queens.
Yes.
You know? We don't need to be mean, we can all be queens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Market.
Yeah, it's like, you know, a lot of the times the queens that come, they have such a good time with the girls and we learn something from each other.
Yes.
You know, they learn how good you are and they learn something from you and you can learn something from them. And
Yes.
I love it. แบบบางครั้งเวลาคนมาจากต่างประเทศอะค่ะมาเรียนควีนอะมาโชว์แล้วแบบควีนปันก็เก่งขึ้นเขาได้เรียนรู้เพิ่มขึ้น Everyone wins
สุดท้ายอยากให้พี่บันฝากอะไรให้ Drag Queen ที่ไต้หวัน
ปัญญาฝาก keep up the good work แบบเก่งงี้ไปเรื่อยๆแล้วก็ keep on feeling inspired by different things แบบ travel at least not that I know of แต่ว่ารู้สึกว่าแบบควีนไต้หวันส่วนมากไม่ค่อยมี ego and I think just keep that know who you are be professional because the only thing that will kill you in this industry faster than any pandemic is unprofessionalism.
Yeah.
I've seen so many talented queens เห็นคนเก่งๆเยอะมากเลยที่แบบ they ended their own career because they're just not professional and no one wants to work with that, you know? So ฝากไว้แบบ y'all are amazing, y'all are learning so fast, so just keep up the great work and y'all are so talented. Yay!
ขอบคุณครับแล้วก็มีอะไรฝากให้ผู้ชมไต้หวันครับ
Come to Thailand and come to the House of Heels.
ใช่今天很开心呢可以有请到呢班班来当我们的一个嘉宾 P 班班的表演呢非常的精彩也希望呢大家可以多支持 Come Party 然后最后呢也要谢谢 Phloen 促成这样子的一个访谈的机会然后也要谢谢他提供这么好的一个场地Dalida谢谢最后呢还要谢谢班班
谢谢
大家去泰国的话呢也可以去 House of Heels 玩好不好看很多的专业的皇后表演今天访谈到这边啦那如果你喜欢这个影片的话就帮我按赞分享开启小铃铛那我们下次影片再见感谢收看游泰克里斯拜拜那我先哭一下
哭屁股，现在你把我光挡住了，不好意思，谢谢。
谢谢妈妈
掉眼泪，快点掉。没事。
真的是太感动啊好难哦
我觉得很棒，我觉得你刚才是
还可以吗
非常的好，
谢谢
对啊，而且我觉得我们今天就是有幸见到那个亚洲变装皇后界的教科书，
真的那我看反正还可以哈
非常好啊。
好接下来就是我们又加班把这一片赶出来
好，我等你哦，你要在年底以前给我弄出来哦。
好
OK，我会负责监工的。
谢谢再抱一下
谢谢，开心。